Good Sunday. It's December 12th, and through the morning hours, a lot of the big storm system already pushing through. This storm system's one of two for the week ahead. Wet roads out there, I-5 at Richards Boulevard, and check out the snowfall. A little hard to see as winds are picking up, visibility limited due to the snowfall as well. We are getting cars pushing through. There is chain requirements as well as four-wheel drive and snow tire requirements for those pushing through. So we are still seeing some open roadways. Things are becoming a little bit limited when it comes to needing to put chains on those tires as you start heading up through the Sierra. Now, snow levels, they are right around 3,500 to 4,000 feet. We know that areas where chains are required are off 80. That's 3 miles past Gold Run up to Truckee, and around Kybers, 3 miles east of Kybers up to Myers off 50 is where we're seeing some of those chains through the morning hours. Now, this is a consistent moderate rain that's been moving through the morning. As we start getting into the afternoon hours, we'll start to see a little bit of a breakup of the clouds, becoming more of a scattered shower event for your Sunday afternoon, evening, with a slight pause in the storm. What's happening is we're starting to see a little bit of a stall out with the storm system that will bring heavier rain as we move into the overnight hours through Monday morning. So as we get through our Sunday, what we're expecting here after the storm starts arriving, and it's going to intensify late tonight into Monday. That means we can expect periods of heavy rain and snow, but also very gusty winds. We're already seeing winds today for that Sunday picking up about 15 to 20 miles per hour. We will expect to see some of those winds even as high as 30 miles per hour for some areas into Monday. So it's going to intensify moving into Monday. Travel delays, road closures are expected, and we could see some power outages as well. The likelihood of power outages is most likely into Monday as those winds become stronger, but that shouldn't deter you from thinking we could have a power outage on Sunday as well. Let's take a look here. A low pressure system. This is a one of two that'll be approaching. We're already seeing this one here with the cold front. The associated cold front is tapping into this. This is a huge area of moisture and atmospheric river. That cold front's tapping into that and dragging and pulling it up with it. What is going to happen today? The cold front stalls out just a little bit later on this evening for Sunday, then ramps right back up into Monday early morning, and that's where we're going to see some areas where we get some heavy rain, some downpours with scattered showers. Now, if you take a look into the Pacific, you notice the next system here in the Gulf of Alaska is this low. In that is that circulation of cloud coverage. Now, that cloud coverage you can see here looks kind of like popcorn. It's a little bit spotty here and there. That's actually allowing for some of the cold air to move in between the storm systems. So what's going to happen is as soon as this leaves us by Monday evening, we get some cold air right between the systems that comes in for Tuesday morning, and any kind of leftover moisture there might be will end up dropping our snow levels down to even as low as 1,000 feet for some places. So we could even potentially see a light flurry, maybe in Auburn Hills, areas like that. Otherwise, we don't expect major accumulation, but we are seeing lower snow levels. The next system right there, that low pressure moving in Wednesday into Thursday. Now, taking a closer look, you see we are getting moderate rain as well as snowfall for the Sierra, but this is kind of the appetizer to the main event, which is the main course tomorrow, Monday. The appetizer, let's call it calamari. It's nice, right? You have a good portion, a good amount. It's somewhat filling. It could be its own entree maybe. So it's bringing in some moderate rain. We can expect maybe 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch of rain. The main event, maybe the ribeye, the filet mignon, whatever you want to call it, for Monday, that is going to bring in more significant rain totals, more filling. It'll be about 1 to 2 inches of rain. So again, let's talk about this rain. As it starts coming in for your Sunday, it's going to be sporadic after the afternoon hours. We'll see little holes here and there, lets in a little bit of that cooler air, and you get some yellow spots. Those are going to be showers. So we move from rain in the morning to scattered showers by the afternoon. The snow levels rise just a bit by the afternoon, because temperatures are a little bit warmer. We'll be in the upper 40s. Then moving into Monday morning, you're looking at 3:30 a.m. The system starts to shift a little further southeast. More of the heavy rain gets pushed into the foothills, areas from Placerville all the way down to Sonora. You notice in yellow there, that is going to be some heavy rain. Could be anywhere from 4 to 7 inches by the end of this whole thing. And then we could see more of the scattered showers starting to approach by Monday afternoon. Now, I want to show you this because Monday isn't going to be necessarily a consistent rain event, but more scattered showers. We will see times where we get intense showers and downpours, and this is where this line starts to develop off the coastline. And it's going to start moving in, bringing in this solid line of rain and heavy downpours in that red. This could be as much as a ½ inch to an inch of rain within an hour's notice. So this is a lot of rain in a short amount of time, could cause some areas and streets to start flooding. And then it kind of moves right back out around 3 or 4. Then we start to see another line approaching 11:30 p.m. also coming through. So we will have moments where the rain kind of maybe briefly stops in your neighborhood or is much lighter. And then we get downpours once again. So this is kind of going to be what we expect on Monday, although the rain totals will be much higher. As we look here at the snow levels, you notice they do start to push down a little further as we start moving into the overnight hours into Tuesday. We'll see them dropping down again, like I mentioned, as low as 1,000 feet because cold air, notice the clouds start to disappear, cold air starts to move in. That is going to turn any kind of moisture for areas and elevations here in the Sierra, and that'll make it colder, so some of that snow could fall at lower elevations. But after that, it starts moving out. We will expect to start to see the next system approaching from Wednesday to Thursday. Okay, Monday, as we get to about midnight, so Sunday to about midnight, we could see as much as about 4/10 to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain across a lot of the valley spots. Now we could see closer to about an inch, inch and a half around Grass Valley, and this is a 24-hour event. Moving through Monday, look how much more we get. We start accumulating about 2.5 inches total, so that adds on another 1 to maybe 2 inches of rain throughout your Monday. We take pause here, and then we start getting from Wednesday to Thursday storm I like to call the dessert, and that'll add on maybe about a ½ inch to another inch of rain. Okay, talking snow here. This is where we start to get the winter weather advisory taking effect till 10 p.m. Tuesday. Snow levels do drop down, like I mentioned, into Tuesday morning, and we could see as much as 80 to 100 inches of snowfall. That's about the equivalent of 6 to 8 feet of snow, possibly higher at peaks, but we are looking at about 80 to 100 inches at some of the top peaks there, about 7,000 feet. Anywhere from right around 4,500 to 6,000 feet across the Sierra, we see as much as 2 to 5 feet of snowfall by the end of this as we get to Thursday. Now, I want to do this and show you this area as well because I-5 is expected to get some snowfall past Redding, and in Dunsmuir, one of the bigger areas you have to pass through as you get kind of close to Shasta there. 36 to 60 inches of snow could be expected. That's along I-5. You're going to need to carry chains if you're headed north. Echo, 60 to 80 inches, so a lot of snow on the way. Let's talk snow levels. We will expect to see off 80 here, dropping to right around 3,000 feet is really the right spot. Tuesday morning, we did mention it could get as low as about 1,000 feet, but we don't expect major snow accumulations. That's just kind of like you're standing there and there's a nice little flurry, a nice small dusting maybe of snow, but no real inch formation happening. All 50, it does drop down as well. We're seeing some chain control right above Kybers, up and over into Myers, and we could see these snow levels closer to about Camino or so, maybe getting close to Placerville, but really just above it. So again, major accumulations right around Camino and higher. Okay, wind is that third factor. This is really going to start affecting us because wind could cause power outages, make it very hard to see when you drive. When that wind is really pushing that rain and even snow into your windshield, visibility will be limited. The wind advisory in effect until for some areas around the Bay Area about 7 a.m. on Monday, but most of us will see it until 10 p.m. on Monday. The winds become the strongest by the mid-morning hours. And that's where we can see some of those winds picking up to about 30 miles per hour. But for Sunday, we're still looking at 15 to 20 mile per hour winds in the valley. But check this out. As we get to Monday about 1 p.m., look at that. You're seeing some spots at 30 mile per hour winds, and the purple shade there, that's gusts as high as 50 miles per hour. The high Sierra also looking at very strong winds. Things will start to slow down by 10 p.m., about 10 miles per hour, and then finally becoming more calm to light into Tuesday. So looking ahead, we do expect one other system to arrive. This is going to be the weaker of the first system here, so the weaker of the two. That system arriving as we start getting into Wednesday and then Thursday. By Friday, you're looking at 5 a.m. Most of that shifted south. We start to get a break and we'll actually get some sunshine into your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then this, we do have a chance for another system to arrive the following Monday and even into Tuesday. But we're going to get through this week first. We may see a break on Wednesday in the cloud coverage here, which will bring us a tiny bit of sunshine before we start to see Wednesday night rain into Thursday. A little break into the weekend with sunshine. And then finally, that's where we get to some of that rain again Monday and Tuesday.